Hey guys. So I know the holiday season is exciting, but it could also be difficult for some people who are struggling to get gifts or to find gifts that are affordable during this time of the year. So I did want to share some ways that you can try and find affordable gifts to give, and then also ways that you can kind of save money leading into Christmas and the holidays. So if you want to hear those ideas, stick around so I can share those with you. So I know personally with my kids, they tend to grow out of their toys pretty quickly. Just recently, my son was into a Paw Patrol phase, and then this year he's into Minecraft. So all of his Paw Patrol toys and gadgets, we ended up listing on Marketplace and selling them for a pretty reasonable amount. And we were thinking of using that money to let him choose what he wants for his gifts. And just the idea of being able to sell what you already have for extra cash might be an idea that's worth looking into. Um, Not only using like Craigslist or Marketplace, but maybe even hosting like a garage sale or a yard sale, listing a lot of different things that maybe people are looking for, and you can help someone else find an affordable Christmas gift this season. So I'd say if you're able to and you have um, enough items to pull out into a yard sale, maybe consider doing that and raising enough money to get the gifts that you have been meaning to get this year. Another way to save money is to seek out Facebook, Marketplace, yard sales, garage sales, and keep an eye on potential gifts for your loved ones or for yourself. And just finding those opportunities to search, maybe even thrift stores for affordable gifts that you know your friends or family would actually want. And I think also if you can somehow clean it up, whatever you buy, or repair, or just make sure that it in and of itself is presentable and is clean and almost like new, then I think that could be a really cool gift. Also, when you're looking for gifts, actually shopping your own house, I think is probably a good first step. Do you have any unused lotions or candles or mugs or really anything that hasn't been opened that maybe you've been meaning to, or it was a gift to you, but it's not something that you would actually use, but you know someone who could use it, then possibly regifting. And I don't know what your feelings are on regifting, but I think if you're giving it to somebody who will actually use it when you weren't planning to use it yourself, you're just making sure that they are getting something, that you're moving that item to a household that will actually get used. So I think that can be a very practical idea. And as long as you're being mindful of that, not just giving somebody something just because it's there without any thought, then I think it's important to give it some thought and make sure that they would actually like it. But that could be a way for you to save money as well. So if you have any unused gift cards, now might be the time to pull those out. I know I forget that I even have gift cards a lot of the time. And if you are tight in cash on money, then consider pulling out your gift cards and using those to buy gifts for your family or friends. I think using what you already have is important, and it's extra. It's almost like it's cash. So if you can use that at a store, then great. Also, layaway. If you haven't heard of layaway, it's essentially a way for you to make installment payments or reserve an item before it sells out. I know Walmart, Burlington, Kohl's, I believe all of them do layaway. If you're not able to pay it all up front, then making those payments could be a good option for you. I would say give them a call. I know there's other stores out there that I didn't mention that offer the layaway option for you. So consider that if you need a way to pay over time and not all at once. Also, if you are a good baker, I would consider baking your gifts this year. It could be cookies, cake, any like baked goods, bread. If you're into sourdough, how awesome would that be to like gift sourdough bread to family and friends? I know I would appreciate it and actually eat it if it was sourdough. I think also making sure that it's nice, it's presented nicely with a nice ribbon, packaged, if you're able to, with a nice label, that can increase like the value of the gift, and it makes it look so much more expensive and almost like you got it from a bakery. So if you're able to do that, I think that could be special and unique as a gift. And it's homemade, handmade, homemade. Speaking of handmade, if you're crafty or you're good with like woodwork, possibly making your own gifts. I like to sew personally, and I have made zipper pouches in the past for my coworkers and just put in like candy or a gift card with like practical like hair ties, hand sanitizer, that kind of stuff. If you have the fabric and you have the materials to go ahead and make bags or just a useful gift, then consider hand making your own gifts this year. You can even thrift fabric or thrift materials at your local donation center or thrift store. Consider splitting the cost of gifts amongst family or friends. So if you know there's a big ticket item that a family member wants or a child wants, but it's just a little bit too much to pay for, maybe asking family if they're willing to go in on the gift with you so that they can also be a part of gifting this one gift that this child or family member really wants. I know that I would appreciate being asked to go in on a gift if I knew that the receiver really wanted that gift this year. So, and they may be in the same boat where they're also tight on cash and probably would love to go in on a gift with you. So ask if you feel comfortable, especially if it's a big ticket item gift. If you're planning to do like a family party, if you don't do it already, I know Secret Santa is a good way to not have to spend money on each individual. Instead, you're spending a little bit more money on one gift as opposed to many tinier gifts for everybody. In this case, a Secret Santa list is provided, and you know exactly what that person wants. So it makes it easy for you, and then also it avoids having to try and find things for everybody else, and that can like also run up the cost of gifts altogether. So Secret Santa, if you guys are able to as a family. Also making an effort to encourage potlucks at maybe work parties or a family gathering. If you're hosting especially, maybe everybody bring a side or something so that you're not having to fund all of the food and the meal for everybody. This is probably pretty typical, but I know for like work parties, sometimes they can cater, or if it's coming out of your pocket as an employee, then perhaps consider a potluck style where everyone brings a little bit of something, and it's not as expensive for each person to like cater a meal or go out for a meal. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but consider experience gifts where you give a gift that could be like a coupon book or coupons, and they're different events or activities, such as getting a car wash. Like I would be giving my husband a car wash. Not him personally, but his car, his truck. I would wash his truck. Having breakfast in bed, having a movie night, just different little activities that you can space out throughout the month or throughout the following few weeks, so that these are more activities that you can do that you already have most of the resources for, and it's just allowing the receiver to cash in when they want those specific activities. And then this last one is pretty obvious, but I think it's worth mentioning. If you can do a no spend weekend leading up to Christmas, to the holidays, I would consider trying to do that. A no spend weekend essentially means you're not going out and spending money. That means no coffee, no eating out, no impulse buys, even on Amazon, no impulse buys on Amazon. You're just using the food you have at home. You're doing the activities that are free. You're using the money that you have saved by not doing those activities and turning around and using those on the gifts that you need, or just saving that money if you need to save that money. It could be difficult, but if you're really needing to save money and you have the means to do so, I would try a no spend weekend. Your pockets and your wallet will thank you, and maybe you might realize that it's easier than you thought. But try it. I mean, even if it's just one weekend, maybe even if it's just one day, a no spend day on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, try it and see how you feel about that. And that's it. That's all I have. These are different ways that you can save money this holiday season. At the end of the day, the holidays are about spending time with family and just appreciating each other. It's not really about the gifts, although I think we have gotten into the habit and the routines of gift giving. And I know myself, like I like to give, and I am a gift giver. So I do enjoy giving gifts. I don't enjoy spending too much on gifts. So I know I'll personally use a lot of these ideas. Just wanted to share those ideas with you if that's something you are considering or that's something that you want as well. I hope that you have a very blessed holiday, and I hope that you enjoy this video. Please give it a like, give me a follow. I hope you tune in for my next video. Thanks for watching.